6th of February, 1922.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it, probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintain a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own.
Busy boy, Jack.
When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I have told no one else.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
Alright, cash, key, ticket.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
Yeah, might as well, right, Jack? There's nothing better going on. February 6th, 1922, night. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, and Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson gave him a job as a favor. Burnham is looking like a prime suspect for a robbery. There are a few things that don't add up. Arthur Anderson, not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force entry into the store when he had a set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination of the back office safe? Misdirect any investigation? That was his plan. Why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean. The usual big town prejudice go. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place, and he wants to know what happened. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town. Maybe it's just because I haven't had a case this week. So that's important. Pay attention to what the characters are saying. Even if they're not talking directly to you, you may pick up something useful. You can see the game has autosave after I think every chapter or so. So we'll be taking advantage of that. But I will eventually be saving the game when I get to points where things can go wrong. 7th February, 1922. Alright, here we are in Innsmouth. We're right in front of the hotel here. As soon as I have control, I start asking around some of the NPCs here. Like our bus driver. Oh, we're not going to get anywhere with him. Oh, hello. Yeah, a lot of people are going to say that. Now over here we have another one of our save points. I'm just going to keep that in mind for later. Hey buddy. Well, hello, Mr. Gilman. Oh, no rooms available just yet. So, you gotta look for the grocery store. Now, I happen to know that it's over this way. There we go. And maybe we can sneak in through the back. because I did this already. I know what's up. So we're just going to wait a little bit. Eventually, a police officer is going to start coming this way. I'm going to wait for a chance to walk behind him. Maybe you can talk to him. Oh, thanks for nothing, Birch. Okay, so we are going to try to sneak in behind him without him seeing us. We don't want to stay too close behind him, but we're just going to kind of follow behind him until he turns that corner. And then we're going to hide over here behind these barrels. Okay, we are both ducking and in sneak mode. Now, stay low. We're going to sneak around to this corner. Open up this door. Alright, we made it. Objects that can be pushed have left scratch marks in the floor. You won't be able to move the object if the door it passes next to is open. Push an object, simply move against it in the direction of the scratch marks. So that's what we're going to do here. Close the door. We're going to barricade it. Now, this will give us a little extra time to search the area before the constable comes in here and grabs us. So we want to be quick. Now over there is a medical box. We're going to want those to heal any injuries we might get as we play the game. Grab that. I think what we want is in here. There we go. We are going to use that handle to open up this trap door. We are going to use it to get out of here before the cop can get us. Oh! The thing fell apart on us. And the cop don't care. He's just going to leave us down here. Now, I don't think that fall causes us any damage. Head looks good. Arms and torso look good. Legs look good. Okay. That's not true. Oh, what we got here? Let's just give this a push. And there we go. Huh, jump jack. Pleasant, ain't it? Okay, it looks like we're in a dark room. Okay, we are going to go up this way. What we have here? Watch for ammo pickups. Ammo will always carry across to the next chapter. The quantity you can carry for each weapon is capped. The interface shows the total rounds you are carrying, including those in the gun. Now, eventually, over the course of the game, we will get weapons to help defend ourselves. There'll be different types of guns and melee weapons, but honestly, this game isn't really designed for fighting. Okay, what we got? Oh, that's right. Yeah, probably been dead in here for a long while. No one cared. You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that the game and Jack will just come out and say plainly that there's nothing to do here. Alright, here's the next bit of annoyance. Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. Action the bolt to unlock or lock the door. Door bolts can come in useful when escaping from enemies. Now, it's not always easy to get these bolts to work, but they're a good way to keep enemies from getting at you. Alright, now we are back outside, and we are actually behind the store that we were trying to get into. This is one of the places we could have snuck off to and trying to avoid that guard. Hello.
In town.
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector. They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay, maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Yeah, that guy definitely has more info that he can give us. But what he did give us was today's newspaper. Innsmouth robbery. Missing manager accused. In yesterday's edition, we reported on a burglary at the recently opened First National grocery store in Innsmouth. The case took a new turn today as authorities in the town named Brian Burnham, the store's manager, as a suspect in the case. Burnham has not been seen since the robbery and is thought to have left the area. It's a very straightforward case, said Chief Constable Andrew Martin in response to inquiries by the advisor. This young man simply robbed his employer and fled. I imagine he's out of the county now, not the state. The Chief Constable dismissed concerns expressed by First National Grocery's regional manager, Mr. Arthur Anderson, that Burnham may have been kidnapped or injured. Oh, what's this?
You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Well, there's something watching over the town high up on top of these buildings. If we keep our eyes open, we may be able to see it. Now, we've done all the researching that we can in the store, so maybe we'll figure out something else and wander around for a little bit. Okay, a couple of alleyways to check over here. Hey, guy.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Stop your pestering with questions.
Alright, we got a color. We got
A standard gasoline pump.
okay, maybe a gas station.
The station appears to be closed.
How about you? You look like a horrible fish monster.
Evening. The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight. This port does not cater well to visitors.
While I appreciate your concern, Miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Anything else?
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, Miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that.
Yeah, there's no problem in talking.
Plenty of harm. It's not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
No.
Well, maybe later. Yeah, and there's our buddy.
She's too frightened to talk to me, but this lady knows something. Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have fingered him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is going to crack this case.
Yeah, it's pretty shifty-eyed, too. Quick look down this alleyway.
The window looks into some old passageway.
And we're back out over here. Which is okay, because I want to look down this alleyway next. Okay, who's this?
And the ship that loves the lives, with a good wine piping, with a good windpiping early, in the tall and gallant mass.
Careful there, bud.
Ah, my boys, these are the joys
Yeah, he's
of the
doing what you think
noble
he
and
is.
the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds its gong, and the whirlwinds
Okay, you old
battle
chum.
out.
What do you got to say?
Huh? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few use it now. Zadok Allen,
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Well, Zadok, you happen to be in luck. We found a bottle of, what, rum in the store earlier.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here be a little something of gratitude that may help you in your search.
Careful.
Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring in Ankrum and Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all began. Telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that'd answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways.
That would have been about the time that
and all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckon out it being a riot. But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Oh, was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all...
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon.
Starting to get to it, old man.
He take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dark Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Okay, but I don't think we're done with Zadok just yet.
Where did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In war and foreign parts, the old fool I learned the ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by the name of Wallachia. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that there's things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices? Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear 'em all over the port. He cast something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. It was given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after the smoke started coming out the chimneys at the old gold refinery, The Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways has started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon.
That's what I said. It's
Came
tough.
into being with his Ethan sermon. That shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
Cthulhu, no what?
I think he's had his fill for the night.
And
Zadok. Zadok.
Curse you, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old Captain Manel, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
alright, well, let's go. Oh, look. It's a friend from before.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Rebecca.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
Right?
What? Who's Ruth?
Just told you.
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me.